Oh yes, legends, how's everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin. Are you feeling bearish? Is the bull market finished? Are we in a bear market already? We're going to see much lower prices for Bitcoin. We'll be analyzing, of course, the technical analysis, the price of Bitcoin on the charts. We can see we have nothing here. It's a blank chart. We map the situation from scratch and talk about the different scenarios using a lot of Elliott wave theory lately, of course. Very, very important to understand. No RSI, no moving averages, no bands or any of that, okay? We analyze the pure market structure, price action, and take into consideration some confluence levels, some projections with Fibonacci. We're going to be analyzing the situation here for Bitcoin, guys. Are you bearish? Are you feeling bearish? Are we going to take out $78,000, right? Are we coming down to hit that low at some point? It does look like there is a very high chance, guys, that we do actually get below $78,000. Will we go to $76,000, $75,000, $72,000? That is something that we need to analyze the power of the projection to the downside. That's what we need to do. But regarding the probabilities of taking out $78,000 is extremely likely, right? The sentiment is like crap. It looks bearish. My goodness, let me know if you can hear me, guys. Smash up that like button on your way in. We're going to be doing some pure technical analysis right away. Let me know if you can hear the music. I'll go through the comment section right now, guys. But yes, guys, there's high probability. There's a couple of main reasons why. We're just going to keep it very simple. Very simple why it's highly likely that we do take out $78,000 with an epic bounce or without an epic bounce, guys. It's because of a three-wave structure formed here, right? We formed this three-wave move to the upside, which eventually is not impulsive, right? We cannot consider this a wave one. There's only one scenario, which is, you know, either a contracting move or an expanding move here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very early days to even speculate on that scenario, okay? But on the other side, I mean, that would be your only big bullish case scenario. You form a contracting move to the upside, and then you get the correction, and then you fly off here, forming your wave 2, then wave 3. Highly unlikely, guys. It's a very rare pattern, so we ain't going to talk about it, right? Very rare scenario to happen. So we just not even, you know, we are not even halfway that speculative pattern, just considering the bullish case. So we're not even going to talk about it. Multiple different scenarios that is taking out the low. Some short-term bullish ones, yes. Short-term little bounces, maybe even taking out this high. It's possible. I would be looking for shorts if we were to get all the way up here. But the fact here to understand the local range from the last 1 to 2 weeks is this can no longer be an impulse. That is a problem. That is a problem for the bulls, guys. This gives you high probability that this low is going to be taken out at some point with a swing failure pattern or with a few waves to the downside, hitting some confluence, changing local market structure, and then moving up. We do not know. We'll get to that zone eventually once we get there and analyze, you know, where's the best long opportunity based on the local price action. Now, that's the main reason why, okay? Three-wave structure no longer can be an impulse. No wave 1. Highly likely that we take out this low just because of this move right over here. Another reason is we've hit the 0.88 Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high. This means one thing. Highly unlikely to form a wave 2 at the 0.88. Wave 2s usually retrace to 50%. Golden pocket, 7-8 max level. So that is unlikely. We've hit the 0.88, meaning that we are still in a very large corrective range. And at some point, we are going to take out this low, despite any bounces that we do have, right? Likely to take out the low at some point. That is the second reason. Second reason, just looking at the overall time frame. However, taking out this low, in my personal opinion, will bring an epic buying opportunity. For spot, we can accumulate some Bitcoin below 78K, 76, 74. Also for some swing long positions, all of those swing traders out there, all of those swing bears, they're very happy. They want to maintain some of their shorts just in case we get a breakdown. But this would be a zone to start thinking of swing trading opportunities, because the overall structure from all-time high does not look terribly impulsive. There is a lot of overlaps between the waves. There is a lot of big bounces, overlaps. This does not look like a strong impulse to the downside, meaning that there's high probability that all of this is still a corrective structure. Despite the local price action is bearish, guys. I know it is very bearish, and we got high probability in hitting $78,000. But it would bring a high opportunity area, in my personal opinion. We can talk about that. Of course, we'll be zooming in on the local time frames. This is what we love, guys. This is where we look for day trading opportunities, either long, shorts. You know, are you short, are you long, or are you schlong like me? Right? We look at shorts and longs despite, you know, the overall trend, which is down. Higher time frame trend is up. Larger time frame is up. Lower time frame is down. Very local trend on the 1 minute time frame is up. So we look for shorts and longs despite the overall higher time frame trend or lower time frame trend. We analyze very carefully where we can have some local scalp day trade opportunities. But the context of the higher time frame is very important to understand. I am short, midterm bearish. I would say long-term bullish eventually. Long-term bullish despite taking out the low. Mid-term bearish. Short-term bullish. Short-term, I'm going to say I'm bullish. We are uptrending today on the very local price action. It's a bounce. It's a dead cat bounce. Short every single bounce, guys. We are going down. I am bullish on the very, very low time frame. I can explain why in this episode, in this live stream. Imagine trading multiple different assets, right? You are an influencer trader, and you have 8 screens. I'm trading gold, and I'm trading the S&P 500, and I'm trading this, right? I got all my algorithms, my bots, like I said, I mainly focus on Bitcoin for my trading. It's already a pain in the ass to analyze the overall price action of Bitcoin. Just one asset. Guys, you need one asset to be a successful trader. Just one of them. Highly liquid, such as Bitcoin. All right. If you want to try and flip flop with many different assets, it comes very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Anyway, let's go through the comment section. Then we start off with the Bitcoin technical analysis. I need that like button to get absolutely destroyed, guys. We know that we take a look at several scenarios that could happen on the chart, right? We consider several different options on the chart, right? That could possibly happen, right? Several moves that could happen. For the moment, we are very much respecting a level of support, right? When we were trading in this zone just a few days ago, we have different projections, right? We have a lower high. We have a higher low here getting a bounce, very possible. But we have different projections, right? Different projections that we have on the chart based on Elliott wave theory and based on, Fibonacci, confluence, right? Looking at the different projections. So far, the green one is eliminated, right? The green one, we no longer need it in the chart. This one is not happening, right? We did not form a higher low, so we get it off the chart. Now we are forming 2 scenarios, right? We did get one bounce at the 0.88 Fibonacci. I'm not sure if any sniper, aggressive, catch the bottom traders try to long $80,000. But it was a level that was mentioned on yesterday's video update. We have several projections. I do not know what projection we are going to have, but the different projections have certain target levels. This projection to the downside had a target level of $80,000, right? The 0.88 Fibonacci. This yellow movement is a projection. We have several projections on what could be the next move. We do not know what next move is going to happen. Nobody knows. You can have high probability on which one could happen. But overall, each projection has a level where it can reject or it can bounce. In this case, this projection to the downside that we were talking about in the last few days did get a bounce at $80,000, the 0.88 Fibonacci from the low of last Friday of 2 weeks ago to the highs. For the moment, it did get a little bounce. Could we manage to scale up here to above $94,000? I'm not too sure about that. This is why we need to focus on the local time frame. What the heck is going on in this range, right? Is this impulsive? Do we have a lower high formation right now? Are we going to break down? Very possible, very possible. Could the bounce happen? Yeah, there's some reasons where, you know, we could believe that this yellow scenario could happen. We could give it a chance, guys. We could give the bulls a little chance here that maybe the yellow scenario is going to happen. The timing is not quite right, but let's just do this and this, right? The timing is very difficult to know the exact day and minute, but the level was respected as mentioned on yesterday's video update, right? We give several scenarios, guys. Of course, this is only one projection. For the moment, the level has been respected and getting a bounce. Okay, now what we need to understand is, okay, you know, the price is downtrending. You know, stop being so optimistic. The price looks like crap. Altcoins are going to crap. We are going down. So, you know, we are considering this movement down, all right? We are considering the white count, right? Breaking down finally, taking out $78,000, and we go to lower levels, right? We need to consider this one. There's two options that we do have at the moment. And of course, the ascending contracting diagonal or expanding diagonal. If we do get a major rally in the next couple of days, then we will consider it, right? We will consider that one. Either expanding, very rare, or contracting, still an option. If you ever so slightly form a, I mean, yeah, it's probably not an option. Well, it could be an option. It could be an option, right? Where you do form this. No reason to talk about that yet. Okay, no reason to talk about it. Anyway, let's see how many likes we do have, guys. We're just flip-flopping here on the scenarios for the moment. We are following, you know, this scenario right over here, which is possible. We are bouncing at the level where we wanted it to bounce. It's all about a range. It's all about liquidity grabs. You understand that the range could continue for the next coming days purely based on this three-wave move up and this movement down and this movement up, right? You know, you could be flip-flopping into some support and resistance still for a few days, but the overall trend is bearish, and the most powerful moves are actually to the downside, right? The bounces don't look too powerful. The powerful moves are really to the downside. So yeah, the bears are leading the way, right? We don't need, you know, you don't need, you know, this is not rocket science eventually, right? The powerful moves are really more to the downside than to the upside. You know, you got a three-wave move up here, and these are powerful movements down, right? This one is the one that's looking very interesting. Not too powerful, very choppy, very disturbing. And this is the zone that we are going to focus today, okay? We are going to focus today in this zone to give projections to the downside, projections to the upside, levels of resistance, of support, and what could be the next waves that could happen inside of this zone. We do not really know, but we do know levels of support and levels of resistance where the price could reject or could bounce with a high probability based on the possible projections, guys. I do not know what the price is going to do next. What I do know is the levels that I am watching to take a trading opportunity. Now, I did not catch this 0.88. This did it, you know, I was sleeping, you know, I didn't manage to catch this. This is a very dangerous catch. You need to understand risk management and the danger that there is in trying to catch a level of support. But this is the one that bounced very successfully. A few $1,000s, right? A $4,000 bounce. You can make some pretty decent gains with a $4,000 bounce. The 0.88 Fibonacci. You get above it, stop loss beneath the low. You take advantage of this small little bounce that happened because it was a level that could bounce. More interesting today, guys, in this live stream, as we do get that like button absolutely destroyed, we'll be analyzing the most important wave of this zone, which is from this high to the current low that we formed the last few hours. This is the most important structure that we need to understand. We need to understand this movement to the downside to analyze what are the different projections that could happen either to the upside or either to the downside, and be ready for the next trading opportunity, right? Because I know what happened here. 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 This ended up in a corrective structure right over here, right? Ended up in a very, very weird WXY, double zigzag kind of formation. Okay, I know that wave finished here. What I am interested here is in this wave right over here. And that's what we're going to talk about, guys. Let's go through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. As we do get that like button getting absolutely destroyed, we want to get, let's pump up the like button. I'm going to explain, you know, the different local trading setups that there has been today. There's actually been an aggressive short. Now, most locally is, you know, what is going on here, right? This is where the fun is. This is where the fun is, right? In this local range, right? Because there's two options here. For the moment, the corrective structure is the one that is leading a little bit the move, right? The ABC. This is a three-wave corrective structure, right? This is the one that's actually ever so slightly leaning the momentum. There was actually a good long opportunity in this area or this area, and a good short either here or either here as an ultimate level, right? Why is this a good short? Why is this a good short? Why is this a good long? Why is even this a good long? Because with this movement, there is either two scenarios. This is an ABC, and the price is going to move down impulsively to the downside. This is your top. It's the three-wave structure. The other option is that you are forming a wave one, a wave two, you're in the third wave formation, or even your C wave could extend a little bit more. Why is that an option? You have your first move, your movement to the upside here, and then your correction. Every time that you speculate in a three-wave structure, your correction could be a second wave two. Wave one, wave two, wave one, wave two. So you are giving a chance to the bulls as long as you maintain above this higher low. You're giving a chance to the bears as long as you maintain beneath this lower high. And this is why this is a longing zone. And this is why this is a shorting zone. These two are very difficult to catch. This one and this one. These ones are a little bit more simple. 7-8. This one's 7-8 as well, right? You prefer a 7-8 touch on a wave two. It does hit there a lot of the times, okay? So you got the 7-8 touch right there from this movement up, and you got the 7-8 touch from this movement to the downside. You even almost slightly touch the 0.88. So this is a battle right now that's going on in between bears and bulls, and you can hedge. Of course, we are trending to the downside, so preferably you're kind of a little bit more interested in catching the bounces for a short. Just because we're so bearish, guys, throughout the last few days, we want to try and short the bounces. The question is, which bounce should I short, and how can I short it and manage risk? That is the question for most of the people, right? I'll just jump into a long position here, or I'll just short right there. And if we get a higher bounce, I know that this bounce is going to get smacked back down, guys. So I'm just going to be getting into an epic short position and adding to the position, right? We do not want to trade like that, guys. Okay, there is significant amount of liquidity above $85,000, and it's just something to take into consideration. There is a bullish case scenario as well that does take the price action to higher levels, right? You know, to higher levels. There is a lot of liquidity above us, and there is a bullish count. You know, hey, maybe this ABC does extend a little bit longer. Maybe it becomes a bullish impulse to the upside, you know, and then it's going to get a little bit more punchy. I understand that you will feel bearish and you are calling to $78,000, $75,000 for Bitcoin in the next coming days. I also believe so. But where should we short if you're not in a short already, right? Or where should we long, right? So we're going to be talking a little bit of the overall last few days price action, because this is what I want to understand, guys. I don't care right now what's happened here, right? I have some scenarios that could happen, but I'm very interested in studying this movement to the downside. This is where I am putting my full effort today. And this is why I managed to get into a nice little scalp long position and also a little hedge short position in this range. And I want to explain that with my fellow viewers, right? Because there is a reason behind every single trade. There is good risk management behind every single trade. And there is decent projections behind every single trade. So let's see how many likes we can get. We can get to above 200 likes as people are joining in. People are feeling a little bit lazy. Maybe my content is very crappy. But overall, we understand the different projections. And that's what I like to explain today. A lot of talk, my bad. Let's say hello to the beautiful community. Andy, do a collab with 𝗕𝗶𝘂𝗿𝗫. Yeah, shout out to 𝗕𝗶𝘂𝗿𝗫, Chart Champions. Daniel from Chart Champions, one of the best traders in the industry, I have to say. I did meet him in Singapore in 2023. Very kind. Nice chap, very experienced. Okay, very experienced. I did actually join 𝗕𝗶𝘂𝗿𝗫 in 2022 to learn a little bit of ATAS, a little bit of order flow. Shout out to 𝗕𝗶𝘂𝗿𝗫. A collaboration with him would be, I'm not sure if we would be up for it, but I did meet him. We do get along very well. So shout out to Daniel from Chart Champions. Very good trader, one of the best in the industry, I have to say. Good evening, legend community. Shankar from India. My man, how are you doing? Much love. Oriel, hello. Bolo, Misha, hello. Andy, smash up the like button. Thank you very much. Victor, Rob, 7876K, and then rocket. Let's go. This is definitely a scenario that I'm looking at. Sweep up that low again, one more time. Very possible, very likely. Okay, very likely if it is in the next coming days or next week, it is likely to be hit. It's going down. Yes, it is. It's going down. It's going up. Join the Legends community. Aditya, much love to you. We deserve a relief pump. Yes, we do. We're going to go through a little bit of local structure here on what is most important. Hello, everybody. Sam, how are you doing? Alessio, what's up, fellas? XRP, yeah, forgetting about altcoins. We need to trade Bitcoin. Need to make my money back from a few altcoins that haven't performed, right? You know, we have a bag of altcoins that just haven't performed and are down, right? I cannot lie about that. It's just a fact. That's, you know, many altcoins. Fart Boy is pumping. Oh my goodness. Do we still have meme coins alive? We should have had a complete washout. 𝗬𝗵𝘃𝗿𝗫 of Daniel and 𝗕𝗶𝘂𝗿𝗫. Did you see his bearish Elliott wave scenario? Yeah, this is something that I pointed out as well on yesterday's video. It's, you know, I think, you know, on his latest video, I did check it out actually, talking about this being a distribution and also obviously talking about this 5-wave to the upside, right? Which is, you know, pretty damn clear that we do see a 5-wave move up here. And the charts do look very bearish, but I'm not sure if he is considering the latest movement to the downside, which looks still corrective. It still looks corrective. And this is one of the most trickiest moments in the bull run where it's like, is it over now or are we going to get one more push to the upside? Even though I think it is smart to get to basically take profits. Anybody that has bought Bitcoin, I only sold 10%, and I think I should be a little bit more aggressive in having more cash. Okay, we never know what's around the corner. There are signals that we are in a recession, that a recession is possible, a market crash is possible in the next coming months, then a recovery. Okay, but we want to have some cash for any big market correction, right? And there's many signals that do tell us that we are already in that recession, or we are heading to that recession, right? Cutting interest rates, right? Which is still we're not doing it too aggressively, right? Interest rate cuts very slowly. I think we're just going to try and maintain the economy as it is till we actually see the cracks, and it's irreversible, right? And then the money printer needs to go on. Interest rates go down very quickly, right? But the crash has happened, right? The big recession and crash has happened. Lot of different signs, right? That we could be heading, to a stock market, right? Crash, recession in the next coming months at some point. The market has the Bitcoin price has had an epic bull run. It's had an epic bull run. We like it or not. I thought that $100,000 was never going to come. It's like, yeah, it seems like a dream. And now we have been at $100,000 the last few months. And what kicks in? Greed kicks in. Greed. We want higher. Bitcoin reserve. We want higher. Come on, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in a bull run. We have had 5 waves, and there's, strong indications that whatever we speculate on right now is, could we get one more squeeze up? Can we get one more leg to the upside? Everything indicates yes on this market, pump that we have had throughout late 2024. There's some still strong indications that this could actually hold, right? Give or take 76, 70K. This could still hold and get another leg to the upside. And it's just on the charts. I cannot ignore this when I analyze this movement to the upside. Of course, I cannot ignore the higher time frame movement to the upside right over here, which looks a very complete 5-wave structure, right? If you are looking for a 5-wave Elliott count on the market on the higher time frame, it cannot get any clearer than this. It cannot be any clearer than the bull run of Bitcoin since late 2022. 2023 and 2024, you have perfect 5 waves to the upside. So, yeah, I mean, it's you cannot ignore this. This cannot be ignored. And when you consider a sell the news event, well, we do have Donald Trump inauguration, which was actually the local top for Bitcoin. The first crypto president, right, stepping into the White House was exactly in the 5th wave. Everybody bullish. This is epic. It's going to be, it was the top, at least locally. It was the top. So we know the deal, guys. We cannot get tricked by this. So overall, what we need to do is day trade Bitcoin, right? I am really considering selling a little bit of a stack more because I have a lot of Bitcoin, guys, and I have been accumulating throughout the last few years. But I want to have it as an investment. It's there. It's there on on cold storage. It's there. Could I speculate on spots? Why not sell a bit more? If we do get a crash down to 60, 50K, you can buy cheaper with some extra cash and you got enough Bitcoin, right? Really, really kind of considering it. I already sold 10%, which I'm happy. Anyway, we ain't going to talk about that. Never mind. It's just my personal point of view on investments. Bitcoin's for the long term, right? But it would be sensible to actually unload a little bit more Bitcoin if you've been buying at 20K, 30K, right? Unload, you're in profit, right? Why would you want to hold a potential bear market throughout the next coming months where you can buy cheaper, right? You can DCA at cheaper levels and get more Bitcoin, right? So anyway, that's only a little bit of personal view. We are day traders. We look for trading opportunities in the zone. And I want to explain a little bit of, a local trading setup that we had here. The bears look like they want to win. They want to win the battle here. They want to win the battle. But it's very interesting. I got into a long trade in this zone, added a little bit, gonna get stopped out, and got into a head short position in this range on the correction. Because, like I explained, I want to explain the trading setups here. I'm probably going to get stopped out from that long, but the profits have been taken from that long position. Got into a small head short position just because I didn't get the best entry. And I want to explain the long and the short here. And it's purely based on the waves. As I explained, this is a good long, this is a good short, this is a good long, this is a good short. And you can manage risk with the schlong because the price is likely going to have a battle here to either break down or break up. The main reason why this was a good long position, we're going to explain that, guys, because it's all about educating here the viewer, and then we can go through the different projections. But you might think, why the heck would you get into a quick long position here? And it all has to do with a 3-wave structure or a 5-wave move. You have one first bounce from here, and then the correction. You are looking for another wave, at least a C wave, at least one more wave up. It doesn't matter. I'm looking for one more wave here to the upside with this correction. But not only because of that, guys, you might think, oh yeah, let's just, I'm looking for a bounce here, right? Well, no, you need to know exactly where you're looking for it, right? And you might think to yourself, okay, how come you got into a long position here and it's just a movement of a couple of $1,000s? We can make some gains. These are small little movements where we can make gains. There is an explanation behind this, and it has to do with the weekend range. How did we move down? It was a bit of a triangle-y move throughout the weekend, right? I love explaining this, guys, because there is an explanation behind every single trade, okay, and projections and risk management. So what do we have here? What do we have right over here? Manage risk with schlongs. Yes, exactly. We're hedging. You need a hedge. Short, long, doesn't matter. Shorts have a little bit of advantage eventually, right? We are very downtrending. We just, this is a classic moment where lots of shorts are going to enter. Dead cat bounce, lots of shorts entering, shorts wrecked. That is the moment you want to consider a short, or even the lower high right there. You want to consider a short right there. Because this could be a finished ABC, and now you're forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or you're forming a double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom, you come down to 61878. Interest zone, good risk management. You get the bounce, you can be a bit defensive. So, very difficult considering a long position here. Quite complex, quite difficult if you're not in the game, if you're not analyzing the price action, right? But I'm going to explain it. First, let's take into consideration Elliott wave theory. Let's take into consideration the weekend range, right? Very classic weekend range. When did the price start moving down from the range, right? If you are considering this as a complex corrective structure, you have an A wave, you have a B wave and a flat, then you have the C wave right there, right? A little bit of a, I don't know, is it just or a triangle even? It could be a triangle as well. It's ranging, there's no impulse, it's a range market, it's a correction, right? The overall impulsive move down starts from here. The movement down starts from this lower high. And this is where you map the situation. This is where you map the current local situation right over here, right? You do have from further price action, of course, this movement down. And then you have from the consolidation of the weekend, right? It's enough. It's enough to understand that this is one wave. And this is very similar to what we mentioned a few days ago on the price action. It was formed, right, over here, right? Trying to detect the lows for the bounce, detecting the lows for the bounce. On yesterday's level, which we considered this right, the $80,000 range to get a bounce. If you are looking at the lower time frame, yesterday we gave a few projections that could happen in the coming days. One of them was this one. We continue moving down, we hit $80,000, we get a bounce. Will that bounce be powerful or not? Well, we are looking at it right now. So, which is not looking too powerful just yet. I mean, if we break up the local highs, then it'd be looking pretty interesting. For the moment, it is struggling, right? For the moment, it is struggling. We are still considering this as an ABC. So I don't know if the price is going to actually manage to break out the local highs. I'm going to give it a chance. It probably can. For the moment, it is favoring the bears. As long as we still form a lower high here, we still favor the bears. We've got a three-wave structure moving down. Let's see if we do manage to break up that high without taking out this local higher low. Still a chance. So when we do consider, just to give that explanation of that trading setup, guys, very important for the viewer and educate. When you have the range and you start a wave to the downside, you are looking for 5 waves down, right? So you have your initial movement from a lower high right there that comes down and you go sideways. Then you have the next leg to the downside, which is completing your wave 3. You can see the clear consolidation and bounce in your wave 4, actually forming a 3 waves structure, two spikes right there. What you do get next is your 5th wave, pretty aggressive. But what we understand always, if your largest move most commonly is the 3rd wave, then you know that at some point this wave is going to find an end and it's going to bounce. And most commonly, your ABC move, if it is going to be an ABC, retraces to the lower highs of your 4th wave. And that's, you know, mainly where it gets a rejection. Very common, very, very common. Now, it is crystal clear that this wave down started yesterday morning, okay? This is a range from Saturday, part of Sunday, and this wave starts from here. There's no doubt about it. When you do analyze that wave, I can see 5 waves down. And when you understand that the 3rd wave move down has the highest amount of volume, and this volume right over here just kicked off later on at the lows, but the highest amount of volume is in your 3rd wave, right? You could go to the 15-minute time frame to actually take a little bit of noise out of the way. You have this movement down, then this one right over here. This is your largest one. Largest collapse, right? Where the volume increases. You got high volume in the middle of your 3rd wave. Then you get this, which is eventually a stop. It's a stop, it's a consolidation, small little bounces, and then you have the rest of the wave, which still, you know, has some significant volume. You have this spike at the middle. We're not considering that spike just at the very end. But you can see how the largest amount of volume is in the 3rd wave, right? You got those red spikes. Then in the 5th wave, there are some spikes. But regardless, the most amount of volume and the largest move is in the 3rd wave. So this is where it becomes interesting. You get the first initial bounce. And there is a way of counting 5 waves here to the upside. You know, it's very choppy, but there is a valid... You know, you got a little flat right there. It's you know, very complex. We ain't going to go through the lower time frames, but you got a nice little double top on your 5th wave right there. And then you have an ABC movement. This is your first wave to the upside. I do not know if it's going to be a 1 wave or it's going to be an A wave. That is my question right over here. I do not know if this is going to be a B wave or it's going to be a 2nd wave. Regardless, I'm interested in the 3rd wave or the C wave. That's what I'm interested. I want to be in this move. I want to be inside of this move over here, which I got in very nicely. So I didn't manage to catch this short. 𝗕𝗏𝘆 was doing an update in the Legends trading community. Everything happened. We did some late updates today. Everything happened very, relatively quick. We were late on this update, but this was a very good short position as well. I did manage to get into a hedge short right now. Not too much of a big position, but just realizing the bearishness of the trend. So regarding this movement to the upside, like I mentioned, I do not know if this is 1 or it's A. I do not know if this is B or if it's 2. Now, when we do take a look at this, we have the swing failure pattern low right there. The lows from last Tuesday the 4th of March, right? We got that low right over there. That it was back tested after this bounce. We got a low right there, which is a back test. I mean, just something to consider, right? Just something to take into consideration. You got the back test from that low of the 4th of March, which is right over here in this zone. Very choppy. I am aware that another wave is going to happen. I do not know if it's a third wave or it's going to be a C wave. I just know there's high probability in another wave up here. If we're going to bounce at the 50% Fibonacci or the golden pocket, well, that needs to come to analyzing this local movement down, which you're looking for a 3-waver. And inside of that third wave, right, C wave, you want to see a 5-wave move. And you want to try and catch the low of that 5-wave move to the downside, realizing it's an ABC locally here, right? You're back testing the level. That's providing a little bit of support. That's providing a little bit of confidence. On the CVD divergence, you are forming bullish CVD divergence. You have very local bearish CVD divergence. So Bybit was very, very interested in shorting this movement. You got right over here. Sorry, longing, my bad. Not shorting, longing. Bybit was very interested in longing here. And the price was just claiming the lows, claiming the lows, claiming the lows. So you had a lot of bearish CVD divergence. Lots of longs entering on Bybit. And they were just getting stopped out, right? After this movement, you were starting to form bullish CVD divergence. Higher lows on the price action, lower lows on the CVD throughout multiple exchanges. You have Binance, OKX here in the blue, multiple different exchanges. So you're getting a lot of people interested in shorting here to get the rollover to claim the lows. And that's where me and you come into play right over here and say, look, if I understand a part that a lot of shorts are entering, and that's going to form a lot of liquidity above these highs, that is the target zone ultimately, that the price moves in 3 or 5 waves, this local bounce that we've had right over here is only a 1 wave. It's only a 1A wave. This is a second wave. It's a B wave, regardless if it goes lower or not. You are looking for another stretch here to the upside, which happened very, very nicely, which is your target zone. Your target zone is taking out the highs. Let's keep it clear. But if you continue pumping, then you maintain that long. And where you want to take profits ultimately is at the 1-to-1 extension, right? 1-to-1 extension would be your TP2 or TP1 if you're maintaining that long because you're not rejecting from the highs. And you're also hitting the golden pocket from the range highs of the weekend. Range highs of the weekend. This is your next move down. You're hitting the golden pocket, right? So golden pocket has been hit right there with the 1-to-1 extension. Classic for an ABC move. Okay. So you want to long that. You want to take profit here. You want to short here, or you want to short the bounce because this could be a wave 2. It does look very interesting for a wave 2. 1, 2, we're going to start breaking down. As long as we do maintain this low, there's still a bullish case. It's not looking too great. I think the bears are ultimately going to take control throughout this bounce. It does look very 3-wavy, so it does look like that the bears are going to gain control and just going to have to hold on into that hedge short position from that long position. So, and to go to lower levels. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. If we take out the lows, if we do take out these lows right over here, I think there will be very high probability that we are going to come down to these lows right over here. There could be an option. There could be an option that we are forming an ABC movement here, but I think it's unlikely, in my opinion. I think it's very, very unlikely. But if we do manage to hold on this low, oof, my goodness, it's not going to be looking too great. But ultimately, it does look like we're going to try and attempt and start moving to lower levels, especially if this low is hit. If this low is hit, I think it's highly likely that we are going to lower levels. We're going to basically hit this low and eventually try and break down. So no longs after this, right? The main reason why, I mean, if we were to hit this low and get an epic bounce, that's so be it, I would have to say. So be it. But after forming a three-wave move up like this, this no longer becomes an interesting area to long. Just because I'm aware of this being a first wave 1, wave 2, and you're in the formation of a wave 3 here. You've hit the 0.88 Fibonacci right now. You've hit the 0.88 Fibonacci, so that incredibly increases the chance that you're going to take out this low at some point right now. This no longer looks impulsive. It looks very bearish. This no longer looks good. No longer looks good for the price to bounce up, even though, would I consider a sweep of this low and a bounce? I would say absolutely not. There's no bullish structure. There's no, this one, yes, but considering that this could be an ABC movement already, yeah, this does not look too interesting, especially coming down to the 0.88. So ultimately, as this low is taken, we are likely going to be taking out this low right over here. As this low is claimed, despite any bounce that could happen, we are looking at a possible impulsive move formation to the downside to claim $79,000, $80,000 basically. There's no possibility here for me to believe that we are going to, this is not a correction right there. I mean, just out of imagination, okay, and this is just for entertainment purposes. If this is your wave 1 right there, this is your wave 2, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to form your third wave. This is your ABC and your fourth, and this is your fifth. Not looking good at all, I have to say. You would be looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very, very low chance. Just because your fifth wave has had the highest amount of volume, it would be more common to see this as a C wave right there. So extremely unlikely that this right over here is a correction, okay? Just because of the waves, just because of the highest volume is here, common for your C wave or your third wave. For this to be an ABC and to count this as a impulsive move up, let's take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. Yeah, this is, I mean, there would be a chance your fourth wave did not hit the golden pocket from the low to the high, if this is a wave 3. You didn't overlap your wave one. So could this be a corrective structure? Highly unlikely. You know, just to give the bulls a chance, I mean, they would have to bounce at the 7/8. They would have to bounce at the 7/8 if we are considering this a correction. Yeah, if you lose this low, you could bounce at the 7/8, 80,800. It could get a reaction bounce. There is a very dodgy count, very dodgy. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on this bullish case. But I would say the 7/8 does have a chance. Extremely unlikely. Okay, let's just keep it that way. It's just something to point out here. Extremely unlikely, and the highest probability is that this is a corrective structure and we're going to break down and claim the lows of 80k. Okay, this looks very corrective. This does look like it's building up an impulsive move down, so it's not looking too great for the local bulls. We're likely going to take out $80,000 and go to much lower levels. So what do we need to consider here on you know, take into consideration on you know, how low can we go? Most importantly, I need to understand this movement. This movement is what I need to understand. This movement is what we need to understand, and it's very difficult to understand just because we've had some major volatility here in the middle throughout Thursday and Friday. But it's the most important movement down that I need to analyze with you guys here. So taking a look at this, what I do understand is from this movement here, the highs that we did create on last Thursday, we have a little bit of an expanding move down in a one wave. This is, you know, there's 5 waves here. There's a bounce. Then there's another wave down very aggressively. This no longer can be a third wave just because you bounced too much, almost taking out the highs here. So this has to become a double 1-2 scenario. 1-2, 1-2. And this is your third wave formation that you are forming right now throughout the last few days. So in a nutshell, what I'm looking at here very possibly is something like this. We're going to have to put this in the green. Then what we do have here is the lower time frame wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's change this color. It might be looking like Chinese at the moment, but there is a reason behind all of this, of course. Let's change this to not millennium. There we go. Looking bearish, guys. Looking bearish. It's looking bearish. It's looking bad. Looking bad. It looks like we're going to get a bit of chop to the downside by the looks of things. We're going to test not only the lows from today at 80k. It looks like we're heading down to 78k. And it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. We got another, you got to put a few 4-5s on the formation here, right? In a nutshell, well, this is what we kind of looking at. You got a bit of chop on the formation here in the next coming hours, couple of days. Market's still looking impulsive to the downside. Very hard volatility and waves here. It does look very choppy, but it is leading to the downside. What is very clear on this latest move from Friday, that is the clearest movement that we do have here, which is this movement down, this correction, and then this movement down, this correction ABC perfect ABC. Great sniper short here, or the lower high, it doesn't matter. That's your invalidation. You know, your shorting zone would have been here today. Either here or speculate on a lower high right there to take out the lows as your take profit zone. Taking it, you know, looking at this as your possible wave 1 and 2, and this your second wave 1 and 2, because you do form a lower high. You are in the third wave formation still. So all of this, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, is still in your third wave. You're still forming your third wave to the downside since the high is on Thursday. So, you know, this still has a little bit of steam to move down here. So it ain't looking too great. It's not going to be easy to catch a long position. I think we need to really remain patient till we have some proof of support and we do bounce and claim the lows a few more times, just so we can analyze the local structure here, because I think there's no quick long position here. There's no quick long position, just understanding that we could be forming a few more volatile movements to the downside. Ultimately looking for an epic reversal. The question is, will we bounce at 78 or 76 or 74? You know, that is my question. So regarding taking, you know, a swing long position, I think we should really remain patient here. We should really stay on the sidelines, understanding that we could get a little bit of more chop moves to the downside and sweep up $78,000, right, which is the lows here from last Friday. So anybody that is attempting any longs, remain, unless they're day trade scalp positions like I take them, looking at the internal waves. For the moment, we are in the formation to complete that third wave here in the yellow, right, which is ultimately looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, we are in the fifth wave of the third wave in the yellow here, still. So yeah, this is no zone to be playing for long positions. We bounced at this level. I mean, this would have been a very, if you're looking at the lower time frames and understanding the waves, right, hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high, you know, it was a bouncing level that we mentioned on yesterday's update. You know, you handle that as you can, guys. There's so much information on the chart, right? This is a bouncing level. Of course, this is a little bit of a pipe dream to get that bounce like this. But regardless, it's a bouncing level. It's a level where, you know, there is confluence, and the projection is pointing out that that level could bounce, especially the way that you've moved throughout the last few days, which is, you know, from this high, you have 5 waves, you have the consolidation of the weekend, you have 5 waves here. So you're eventually looking for that bounce at the 0.88 when you've completed 5 waves here, right? You know that a little bounce is happening. So, and ultimately today's best short position, anybody that is not in shorts, would have been that this ABC move. You know, 𝗕𝗏𝘆 was just pointing that out on today's update in the Legends trading community as he was recording, looking at the 1-to-1 extension. Shout out to 𝗕𝗏𝘆. I'm not sure if he's around, but he was pointing out this as an ABC, and you got your projections. There's, you know, there's 2 of them, the 1-to-1 or the 1-2-3-6, right? Would have been a little bit overextended. But overall, looking for that rejection here as a 3-wave structure to continue the downtrend and claim the lows. So ultimately, that would have been your best short to take, or the lower high here. You know, this lower high as well. The thing is about this, right? Because a lot of people, such as myself, you know, these are the kind of shorts that I would enter. And if you are too defensive, you can get stopped out, right? If you entered a short here or here and you protect your position, which it happens to me a lot of the times, the price comes and stops me out and then leaves without me, right? If you're too defensive with your stop loss being protective. So sometimes your stop loss, you need to be defensive, but sometimes just take a small little loss because you can get stopped out at break even and then the price leaves without you. It happens to me dozens of times when you're like very, very defensive, right? But considering that this has been your 3-wave corrective structure, you understand that the price, if this is a 3-wave corrective structure and you move down, the price has a possibility of retracing to the 50% to the 7/8 Fibonacci from the local drop to form a lower high and then form the next wave down. So this is like giving you a second chance if you did not short the rejection here and get into a short somewhere in this area. Just something to take into consideration right there when we're looking at Elliott wave theory strategies. Mamma mia. It's bearish, guys. It's bearish. My portfolio, it's crazy, guys. When you do hold a bunch of Bitcoin, these swing movements, my goodness, they are big hits on the portfolio. But this is like, buying Bitcoin for the long term. I think it's like buying real estate. I really compare it to real estate. It's like, should I sell a house before we have a housing crash, right? And then buy lower after a year, right? Because in C19 crash, even the housing market, especially here in Dubai, it did correct 20 to 30%. It did go down quite a lot, but it recovers so fast. Faster than Bitcoin, the housing market here, at least here in Dubai. And, this is like when you buy a house, should I buy it? It goes up in value in 2 years and sell it and then wait for a housing crash? Well, you just don't. Bitcoin's a bit more predictable eventually than a housing crash. That is for sure. So, I only sold 10% of my holdings, guys, and this is something serious because I don't hold 1 or 2 Bitcoin. I hold, I do have some Bitcoin, and I want to consider where we at, right? Consider where we at, and diversify on other stuff. That is for sure. But anyway. Let's go with technical analysis and look for some possible setups and scenarios. Let me just put this right over here and organize the structure. Remember, guys, if you are interested in trading, you know where to go. Weeks is a great platform. Been trading on Weeks for many months now. It works absolutely phenomenal. You do get 50% deposit bonus. That is right over here. It's a cap of $1,000. You deposit $1,000, you are getting $1,000. Okay, it's a $1,000 cap, so don't deposit 10,000 and expect 5,000. But this will be airdropped in 48 to 72 hours. Once you transfer that deposit to your futures account, okay, you need a transfer from spot to futures, and then you'll be getting double, right? Not double, sorry, 50%. My bad. In the next 48 to 72 hours, and you can use that for your trading. Okay, you'll be having a little bit more capital. You also get 25% fee reduction just by signing up with the second link, guys. Okay, you can trade there just with an email and a password. Okay, there's no need for giving anything here, just an email and a password anywhere that you are, and you can start trading Bitcoin and many other altcoins. Okay, that's very interesting for a lot of people. They don't want to give too much information. Just an email and a password, guys. Check out Weeks. Let's go right away through the higher time frame levels, guys, because we're going down, right? We are going down, and regardless, I'm still looking at this as a correction. It's still corrective in my opinion, even though that we're moving down and it's only moving down. But there's several projections that are telling us that we need to move down and take out 78k. So we understand that that is a highly likely scenario. We've got this one right over here, which is literally not that one, and that this bounce is failing. We did bounce a few $1,000s. We're back down to the lows, and this is why local price action is very important, because you can look for longs either at the 0.88, either at the retracement here, speculating on another wave up, and your best shot for a short is either here or here. I longed and shorted today. Long and short. We lose this low. I said very rare that this would be a corrective move, guys. Not interesting for longs here, guys. No. No longs taken here, guys. No way. Why? Because you have a possible completed AUVC. This is interesting for a long. This movement down is interesting for a long, a little bit aggressive, but you know, you could take a shot with stop loss at the lows. This one becomes very interesting for the short. ABC move. You got the 1.1-to-1 extension. You are bearish. You are downtrending, guys. You know, we are in a downtrend, and the trend is your friend. So shorts can be a little bit more aggressive, but you need to know where to short, right? If some people might short this bounce, or maybe shorted, you know, here on the movement down. You're FOMOing into the movement down, and then you get wrecked. Really analyze the waves, really analyze the different projections. Like I mentioned, I'm not interested in longs, guys, anywhere in this area. Not even taking out this low. Why? You have possibly a formation of a wave 3 here. And I don't want to be in, I don't want to fight a wave 3, guys. I don't want to fight a wave 3. No. This is probably gonna collapse, you know, pretty successfully. I don't know. I need a little bit of a bounce. If we start bouncing right now, well, not now, maybe now, I don't know. If we start bouncing and we form a little bit of a range in the next coming hours, I can position this as a wave 4. Maybe if we get this local bounce and we reject at the 382 Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low, 236, 382 max, because if we get to the 50%, we overlap in the wave 1. If we consolidate at some point here and then we move down, I would consider possibly, and it's not going to be easy, a kind of a double bottom scenario here, but the wave 5 could get punchy. I would really have to analyze the micro counts here to understand that the wave 5 is coming to an end. And I would have to zoom out to say, now I'm interested in a long position. But this, I would have to really go locally on the price action. Right now, longing, yeah, it's suicide. It's suicide trying to long this drop. That is, you know, without a doubt, as you can see, price is just moving down very aggressively. So we do not know how far this wave 3 can go. That is a problem on wave 3s. Wave 3s, you do not know when it's going to finish until you get that bounce on your 4th wave. You do not know. You do not know when a 3rd wave, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, bang, 4. You do not know when this is going to finish. So you do not know when this drop is going to finish right there. It could take out the lows of last Friday. What we need to do right now is wait for a consolidation bounce for a few hours to speculate that we are forming our lower time frame wave 4. Then it will be looking interesting, just like we spotted the end of this correction at $79,000, the end of this correction at, you know, 81,500. right now, it's sit on your hands for anybody that wants to long. You know, if you want to short, you should have shorted a few hours ago on this bounce, on this ABC correction, right? This is a zone to not do anything. If you're in shorts, you hold on to the shorts. Longs, wait. Longs need to wait. Longs need to wait till we actually stop this train. Because this train, we do not know how far low it can go. Right now, we're already passing the 1.618 extension. And yeah, third wave can go to the 2.618 extension, no problem. So now it's a matter of time of just remaining patient till we bounce. Once we bounce, we can analyze that, yeah, okay, we could get into a short position. You want to take fib level from the highs to the lows. Once you start forming a 3-wave bounce, you're looking at 382 to 50% Fibonacci from this high to the low, wherever that is. And then you can analyze, okay, this could be looking like a 4th wave. We want to take out the low. The stop loss is at the golden pocket from the high to the low, right? If you bounce to the, you get the deal, right? That would be your shorting level. But this is the classic. This would be a classic failed swing failure pattern attempt, right? Because this would be the classic movement where you get back above the lows. Oh, it's faking out. It's faking out from the lows. And this is a beautiful trade that I would love to take many times. But you are aware of that 4th wave, 1, 2, 3, 4. You take out the low, you stop everybody that's trying to long here, the swing failure pattern, and then you get the bounce, right? So yeah, this bounce is going to be looking very interesting. You know, despite we do get above this level, I would not trust it. I would personally not trust this swing failure pattern, because you're very likely going to take out the lows again, because you're going to form very possibly that 4th wave and then bang, smack down the low again. Then this is going to be a difficult long. This is going to be a difficult long, right? Because, you know, wave 5s can double bottom. They can project much lower and then bounce. And, you know, what is going to be very interesting here to see, I mean, let's see if we do get a bit of a 3-wave bounce here, because there could be a short. I mean, let's see if it does bounce at some point. But this would not be a swing failure pattern that I would trust, guys, based on the waves that we formed. So lower is likely. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to even sweep up this low. I mean, we could double bottom from here. We could test the lows from from Friday, the 28th of February. And what we would be looking at here is a completion of this movement. I mean, I would be looking for lower levels. My goodness, this mouse. I would be looking for a 4-5 here. But we could get a pretty significant bounce. But ultimately, we would be looking for lower levels. Any day traders out there, yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. From this pivot, 1, 2, 3. Let me just take a look at the length of the wave 1 to the wave 2. Yeah, this one's longer anyway. So what we're possibly looking at right now is, again, the lower time frame of 5 waves down, where you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me just change this right away in the white, and you got your ABC right there as well. which was a pretty epic short. It was a very, very good short entry. Also lower high right there. Speculate on your wave 2. Yeah, this does look the highest probability at the moment that we are going to, we could get a pretty nice bounce here after forming 5 waves. We're in the 3rd wave still from the lower time frame, still on the formation. We don't know where 4 is. 4 could be on the formation now. Let's see if we do consolidate and then we complete that yellow wave 3 with the 5th wave, and it would make sense to actually create a swing failure pattern then from this pivot low. Then it would make sense here because you formed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish your 5th wave of your 3rd wave here in the yellow, and you still have 1, 2, 1, 2, right? You still have 4, 5, 4, 5 to be formed in the yellow and in the green. So yeah, this might be just in confluence right there with your 4-5 from lower time frame to get a bounce, and this bounce preferably at least gets to the 236 Fibonacci from your wave 2 right there to your wave 3 in the yellow. And yeah, depending on where that low is, at least to the 236, 382 most commonly for that wave 4. So this is going to be a bounce that could happen, after taking out the low here. We don't know if it's going to take out this low or not, but ultimately we are looking for a possible bounce in a wave 4 here. Price is getting a little bit of a punchy bounce right now. Let's see. Let's take a look at the lower time frame. What's it doing? Little bit of a nice squeezy bounce, so we can arguably discuss that yeah, the wave 4 formation could be right now happening. Very strong wick move up here. Now what is interesting here is that we want to see the we do not want to get up to the 50% on this bounce if we are considering the bearish case. Yeah, so this is likely going to be a rejection point. The 382 would be a good attempt. This support resistance flip could be a good attempt here on the 382. Let's see if we do get a correction. We want a bit of a 3-waver here and then back down to claim the lows to complete your wave 5. That's what we kind of want to see here. Still very early, little bounces, just claimed the lows now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But overall, it does look bearish. Looks bearish. Very 3-wavy. I would expect one more low in the next coming hours at least, and not a full recovery from this area. We're going to get, I think we're likely going to get resistance in between 382 and 50% max. Roll down and take out the low again. And that's where it's going to become very interesting. Because preferably on this bounce, once we take out the low, we'll have a completed 5-wave move, which then we are looking for a possible bounce of several $1,000s once we take out preferably 78,000, which is the low, right? I mean, it would be an acceptable swing failure pattern. Let's leave it that way, because on the lower time frame we do have possible 5 waves formation, so this has to be an acceptable swing failure pattern. All right, I think we could get a bounce of a few $1,000s after sweeping up this low. There could be a pretty nice bounce, so let's see how that does develop. We need to give it an option. We still have loads of liquidity. Let's take a look at the liquidity heat map, just out of curiosity. We do have quite a lot of liquidity to the upside, but to the downside, yeah, 78. It would make sense to just sweep up that very little liquidity that there is at 78, 77. Sweep up the lows of the 28th of February and, you know, eventually then get a larger bounce. Still looks very, very, very choppy. I think we could be forming a few 4-5s here. I think we could be forming a little bit of choppiness. Does not look too great for the bullish count. Let's go right away. Let's go right away through the comment section, see what people are feeling, guys. Are you bullish or are you bearish? We are still this whole movement, guys, just so we understand that we know what I'm looking at here is once we sweep below $78,000 or $76,000, forming that bearish case scenario. Holy moly, what have I done here? No. Hang on a second. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry, my bad. What we're looking at here, based on this on the lower time frame, is that at some point we are looking at a ABC right over here. This does not look impulsive to the downside. It's a three-wave move. We have a three-wave move up here. And we still have a three-wave move down here. Sweep up the lows at 78K. Maybe form a couple of 4-5s, get one failed swing failure pattern attempt and one more low, which it aligns with the multiple 4-5s that we need to form here. I mean, that would be ideal. I mean, everything points out that a reversal in between 75 and 78K has to happen. We just need to be careful with a few more waves that you could form here, just because, yeah, of the multiple 1-2s that we have in this range. The biggest confluence level that we do have is at $76,000, which is a naked weekly point of control, weekly naked point of control, which is from a consolidation that you had the second week of November. There's a nice consolidation right over here that has left us a nice present. It's left us a nice high volume node right over here. Very strong, nice weekly naked point of control, which is at 76.3K. And eventually this level is going to be chopped and danced around with, right? This is a very similar moment, guys, from the bounce that we had at $79,000. We had also a naked point of control from this consolidation right over here, right? We did have at 79,500, right? When we get this horizontal line right over here, it did get choppy. It did get choppy. It did get difficult. We got beneath the level. Ultimately, it was the level that bounced several $1,000s. Who remembers here? Who's been a legit follower, at least for the last few weeks? We were detecting this movement, saying, guys, we are likely going to get a bounce somewhere here. We were forming an expanding move, creating 4-5s. And, you know, I actually got a live stream from the Thursday, you know, analyzing the expanding move and bouncing here, getting above 90K. We had a projection of a bounce. So we are looking at something very, very similar here. we're looking at something very, very similar. It's going to get choppy, guys. Anybody that wants to long, you know, I would say calm down, wait. We are very heavily downtrending. We got a few more waves to possibly form, and there's no doubt that $78,000 to be taken right now is very much on the cards. We're very close to it. If we bounce from here, then it's like, so be it, right? The price is very bearish. You don't want to speculate right now on a reversal. We want to see the exhaustion of the waves, right? And it's very similar to this. It's very similar to this. Now we are in this wave, which is going to be coming to an end stage soon, guys, okay? But hitting $78,000 and $76,000 is not off the cards. I think it's very much likely going to happen, and we don't know if 76 is going to hold on strong, which is a weekly naked point of control. But everything points out that we are at the end stages of this movement down, because we are in that third wave, as explained right over here. You know, we will be coming to the end stages very, very soon, right? With a few bounces. You know, however, what we're looking at here is some, you know, a bit of choppiness, right? A bit of a 4-5 and another 4-5 potentially, and then maybe get the reversal. So we got a few more waves possibly on the formation down here before we reverse. Anybody that wants to long here soon and early, you know, with high leverage, just be aware that there's a high probability that the price does dump down a few $1,000s. Very risky long at the moment. You know what would be interesting for a long? Obviously getting a big massive bounce and you know, my first level to be confident in a bounce here, in a reversal, sorry, would be claiming the golden pocket from the low high that we formed today to the low. Yeah, if we move in a one wave, if we move right now from the current price levels and we have a rally all the way up to $82,000, which is the golden pocket from this lower high, you are invalidating the possible impulsive move in a wave 4, and that your impulsive move could be finished here, right? This was your last little fourth wave, which was very quick, I have to say. Yeah, this would be a very, very quick fourth wave. I would think that we're going to get another bounce, at least to come a bit higher. It was very quick and then move down. But the moment that I would be looking for a long position, which would be very similar to the long that I was looking at here, is if you do get to the golden pocket on a very, very strong wave to the upside in the next coming hours, very one wavy, then I would be very interested in this correction. I would be very, very interested in this correction at the golden pocket 7-8 zone to look for another wave up to maybe sweep up these highs. And the main reason why is because you'll be invalidating already the bearish case as an impulse in 5 waves. And it could be completed right now with a little bit of, you know, local double bottoms or whatever, that you finished your 4-5. I need that push up here to $82,000 and then the correction. Because what I would be speculating is on something like this. I want to speculate on this move. I want to speculate on this one. And when we do zoom out to speculate on that move, you know what I'm looking for here eventually is this wave right over here, which would be your fourth wave. I mean, that you could sweep up this high. I don't think we're probably not going to go as high as that, because you know, if this is going to be your second wave, if this is your wave 1, we have a problem here on this wave 4. you're probably not going to over, yeah, you're probably not going to reach, you're not going to reach these highs of today. It's going to be a lower high. So this is going to be a lower high right there, because your wave 1 in yellow is here. So Fibonacci from the wave 2 to the end of wave 3, wherever that is. Yeah, the 382 would be the target. I mean, 382 is not, yeah, you're probably not going to, you're probably just ever so slightly going to sweep up these highs. Interesting projection. If you do hit the golden pocket from the local move down, from this one right over here, golden pocket, if you move down in a three-way structure and you form bullish CVDs, you're looking for another leg up here to possibly just about sweep up the highs of today, which is your target zone. And here, I would be looking for a short to get another wave down, because what we're looking at here is a few 4-5s. I mean, this is if volatility kicks in, you get some short squeezes, right? Short squeeze. Yeah, this is, you know, basically what we would be looking at. So yeah, I mean, this would be my next, you know, my next setup. You know, it's just going to be simple as this. Simple as this. Just, you have to remain patient, guys. We still could be developing the wave 3 from the lower time frame, right? We're still developing that wave 3, wave 4 is not in. As soon as we do have the first initial pump to hit the golden pocket from this pivot to the pivot low, this means it's an A wave or a 1 wave, then this correction is what you're interested in. As soon as you get to $82,000, right, this correction is going to be very interesting to get a leg up to hit these highs. As soon as you get close to these highs, you're taking profit and you're switching bearish because you're looking for a 3-wave correction. You're looking for the lows to be taken again in this downtrend. So we need that, you know, this is the very, very similar to what happened. My goodness, what am I doing? This is very similar right over here to the quick little long scalp that I managed to make some profits. I mean, it doesn't matter if you know where to long. From here is your first initial bounce up, corrective move, bullish CVD divergence. If we do get that movement here, you got lower lows on CVD, higher lows on price action. If we get that movement up to the golden pocket from this high to the low, this correction, and you start forming lower lows on the CVD, higher lows on the price action, right? That's your golden ticket right over here to get that squeeze up. You want to be in this long position. Hang on a second, I'm in the way. Right? You understand that the bearish momentum has finished for the moment and that you could get that leg up. And these are movements of a few $1,000s, guys. You know, Bitcoin is creating some beautiful swings right now of thousands of dollars. This is a day trader's paradise. When you're ranging, and you know, I used to enjoy $500 moves up to $1,000 moves, but now we're getting $2,000-$3,000 moves, even $4,000, right? We get very, very nice swings, movements of several $1,000s where we can actually make some pretty nice gains. So that would be my overall plan here. If we move down, we move down, we move lower. I need a consolidation for that wave 4. I need to see the possible completion of that wave 5 more locally. If we move up here right now in the next coming hours and we move down, I would speculate on a swing failure pattern from this low, guys. It's only going to be a bounce of a few $1,000s, but regardless, it's a good long. The main reason why this becomes a good long right now is because of the internal waves that we have from the last few hours. The last few hours from the high, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could have a completion 5-wave move here. This is why a swing failure pattern from the lows of the 28th of February for a decent bounce of a few $1,000s is a good long position. I mean, at least to the 236 Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low. It's a movement of 3,000, you know, give or take $2,000-3,000 at least, at a bare minimum, to speculate on your yellow wave 4 here. It could go to 80, 82, 83, no doubt. No doubt. But this is your minimum target for the TP1. And then you're looking at higher levels. And then ultimately, a movement down to complete this downtrend with a few more waves. So I need a 3-wave structure after forming an SFP from here. I need a 3-wave move up, preferably the 382. I mean, this is going to be difficult, no doubt, but because there will be short squeezes, guys. It happens, right? Everybody is bearish. We want to go. We want to short. We want to short. And then you get some pretty epic short squeezes. I mean, this was your best short opportunity today in an ABC. But people want to short down, right? Let's short, let's short, let's short. We're rolling down. We're going to hit, you know, and then you get the boom, boom, boom. And that's where you want to short. The 3-wave move up, which ultimately today has been this one, right? So I hope some of this explanation did make a little bit of sense, guys. It is extremely complex, not only for me analyzing the situation, but explaining the scenarios is also complex. But the main reason why we're looking at a pretty decent bounce in the next coming days, and we're not going to $60,000 or even $70,000, is because we are possibly looking at this ride over here, which is a 3-wave move. Still a 3-wave move. A zigzag right over here, a possible zigzag right over here. I mean, this could get punchy. I don't want to believe that this is, I mean, it cannot be a strong 3rd wave. We are already developing that 3rd wave, and it's not strong at all. The development of the 3rd wave here is just not looking too powerful. I have to say, it's already, yeah. 3rd wave is being developed already. The 3rd wave is being developed, and the 3rd wave is not incredibly powerful by the looks of things. Very choppy, very sideways. So it could all change eventually. I mean, I don't want to consider this another 1-2, 1-2, and then this, you know, suddenly collapses down to 70K. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think 76 to 75 would be the zone that is going to hold, especially if we do bounce, guys. If we do get some bounces and come down, my goodness, this is going to be, you know, literally 1-2, 1-2, right? 4-5, 4-5, and we're looking for that bounce. Going to be looking very interesante. Let's take a look at the stock market. What the heck is the stock market doing? Dollar index is finding a little bit of support here at the point of control. What is stock market? What is Ethereum doing? I read a tweet today, absolutely epic. I should have pointed this out. Last chance, guys, to buy Ethereum above $2,000. It's your last chance. Guys, last chance to buy Ethereum above $2,000. It's your last chance, guys. If you want to buy Ethereum above 2K, it's your last chance right now. It's at 2,800. I actually read a tweet from somebody today. that was saying that I can't remember his name. I would give him a shout out, actually. I would give him a shout out, but I haven't got it saved up here. But yeah, what's his name? I'll give him a shout out. Let me find it here. I don't want to open my Google. Let me just where is it? Let me try. Yeah, there he is. This guy over here. This guy over here. Shout out to this guy. It seems like I don't know. I like his tweets. His tweets are pretty hilarious. And he did tweet today, guys, this is your last chance to buy Ethereum above 2K. Very, very good tweet. This tweet is underrated. So anyway, let's go, legends. Smash up the like button. We have him here. Devil, my man, it's time for comment section. I've been going a little bit crazy here with Elliott Wave Theory, my man. Gone a little bit crazy looking at the lower time frame. Shout out to Devil. He's a coach in the Legends trading community. He actually was doing his update today to talk about this ABC corrective move right there. You know, to consider a short position right over here at the 1-to-1 extension. Golden pocket from the highs to the lows of this movement down. Absolutely epic, my man. Devil is a coach in the Legends trading community, providing updates every single day. And this is basically his latest update, which is rejection zone. Looking at another move down here, possibly to $78,000, right? That is overall, you know, the updates that you get in the Legends trading community, analyzing the momentum, the projections, Elliott Wave Theory, confluent zones. Shout out to you, Devil. Go and check his channel out, guys. He is here in the comment section. Let me just quickly post your channel in the comment section. But my goodness, it's looking bearish. Price is looking bearish. There he is, guys, in the pinned comment. If you don't know who Devil is, go and check out this sexy dude right over here. Education every single day. A lot of Elliott Wave Theory like me as well. He is a coach in the Legends trading community. He's an absolute star. Andy, I sold all of my portfolio. I had enough. You know what? Yeah, me too. I feel you. Singularity X. I got some altcoins that are looking like crap. They are below buying levels, and I've bought altcoins at very good low levels. It's just the pump that we had in November, December. We've retraced all the way on most of the cryptos, even the good solid projects. Yeah, guys, it hasn't been looking good at all. I mean, I'm still okay with Link, but soon it's not going to be looking great. I'm going to have to hold on to another bear market on this one. This ended up being an ABC by the looks of things. I mean, we're still going to give it a chance. Let's wait a few months. I'm not selling, guys, at the moment. It's not worth selling right now. I've got such a good average price that worst case scenario on Chainlink, which is my biggest holding, I'm going to be break even levels, which is, $5 to $7 range. Gonna have to hold on and buy some more in the next coming months. No matter how bearish it gets, guys, there's always a recovery. It's just the timing has been very bad. Timing has been very bad. We got the worst crypto bull market, mainly on altcoins, right? Some of them doing a 3, 4, 5x in average. On average, it is what it is. This could have been an ABC, and we're gonna have a multi-monthly sideways downtrend momentum, little bounces, but ultimately the rally is going to be postponed, guys. We're going to have to wait. Anybody that is not selling here, guys, not selling here, it goes to zero or it goes to hero. So I ain't going to sell here. This ain't a zone to sell. And you know what? I'm living in Dubai, and I do hang around sometimes with a lot of different crypto people. I told a few of them when I sold some of my Bitcoin, guys, at 90K and then at 100K, They were calling me crazy. I mean, I didn't sell enough, I have to say. I mean, we've only down $10,000 from 90K, so it doesn't matter. But I sold at $90,000. This was in November. Also, when we start hitting $100,000, I sold a bit. And they were like, you are crazy. We are going to have Donald Trump as president, the first crypto president, this, that, the other. We literally did not go much higher than that, right? So we need to take some profits, guys. And, 10% might not sound much, but 10% of my Bitcoin holding is significant amount. And I'm happy with at least selling some. I would be happy to buy some at lower levels. Remember, we are still bullish and we're still looking at this as a correction, guys. High probability in taking out $78,000. We're probably going to hit $76,000. So hold your horses, guys. We're still looking at this as a very, very complex correction, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that we cannot hit 76 or 74,000, right? But ultimately, not looking for a capitulation. You never know. You never know, though. The sentiment is so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, we're just gonna have to trade the price action, guys. Get into shorts, longs. Analyze the waves. That's where we make money. We need to trade the market. Forget about portfolio, guys. We are traders. We need to look for shorts, longs, trade the goddamn market. And if you want to trade, you do have Weeks, of course, which is an awesome platform, guys. You do get 50% deposit bonus. Anybody that is not aware of this, take advantage. You can use Weeks just by signing up with an email and a password. That's it. We need to trade Bitcoin responsibly, guys. None of those crazy maniacs that do not know how to trade. Make sure to take advantage of this bonus. You do get up to $1,000. So it's $1,000 cap. You deposit $2,000 and you're getting $1,000 on top of that, guys. Take advantage of this bonus. You will be getting it airdropped in 48 to 72 hours approximately once you do that transfer to your futures account. You get 25% fee reduction. For all of the whales out there, you do get up to $30,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, more volume you move, you're going to be getting thousands of dollars airdropped in the next coming weeks and months. Take advantage, guys. You are eligible for all of that with the second link down below, okay? Weeks, 50% deposit bonus, 25% fee reduction. And if you wish, you can sign up with an email and a password, and that's it, guys. Down we go. Shorting the market. Longs are out. We need to remain patient, guys. The overall plan is the one as explained. We need to be a little bit patient. See these waves develop. We need a couple of 4-5s. We need a couple of choppy, movements to the downside. Okay. It still does look like we can get some chop, little bouncers, another 4-5 to complete a larger third wave, another fourth wave, and a fifth wave. Yeah, it's probably going to get a little bit choppy. Just like this choppiness that we formed a few weeks ago. It ain't going to be easy for anybody that is trying to long this movement down, guys. I would stay away and trying to catch the bottom, because this could get nasty. We don't know if 76 is going to hold, guys. That's the naked point of control, but I don't know. I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt. Oh, that naked point of control did hold very nicely as well. We did have a naked point of control with the 0.88 fib. We did bounce a few $1,000. That is out. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Are you nervous? Did you sell some Bitcoin? We've got 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 here in the comment section saying that I've sold all of my cryptos. Guys, oh my goodness. I've had enough. Is this? I had a friend as well from Spain that sent me a message saying that he withdrew all his crypto profits and he sent it to his bank account. And I was like, no. You're going to have to declare that now, my man. And you're going to have to pay tax. So, anyway. He did okay. He was just fed up. of this downtrend and he said, you know what, I'm in profits, I'm getting out, I've had enough. But I get you, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗃𝗫, me too. Altcoin portfolio, wow. This is why altcoin portfolio, it needs to be 20% maybe, and that's already aggressive. You should at least have, you know, 50% Bitcoin, and then, you know, give or take 10% Ethereum, 10% Chainlink, or whatever. I don't know, stronger coins. It all depends on where you buy as well, guys, and what you buy. Because I mean, my portfolio is not looking too bad. I mean, of course, some altcoins are looking like crap, but they're very small percentage, 2-3% on some different random altcoins. But the main one, which is Bitcoin and Chainlink and Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum, what can I say about Ethereum? I mean, it hasn't performed, but ultimately it's not bad from where I bought it. Just haven't got the gains this cycle that we wanted, guys. So we're gonna have to trade Bitcoin. What can we say? Now I bought more, but not Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm not selling, guys. I'm not selling altcoins. I had to sell Bitcoin because, you know, Bitcoin got a large stack, and it's smart to take profit. So want to be cautious as well. You know, profits are profits, whether it's a 10x or a 15x or a 7x, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go through comment section and go right away here with I sold 80% already. Woo, we got it. Hey, are you, I'm going to ask a poll here. Have you sold most of your crypto, guys? Let me ask you, because there is, you know, there is a lot of uncertainty right now. People are like, that's it, guys. We're going to get a recession with the new president. He's playing hard on different countries with the tariffs, and, you know, it's not looking too great. Have you sold most of your crypto, guys? Let me know right away in the comment section. Are you scared? Are you mainly in cash? I have to say, I'm in cash, but not that much, yeah? But anyway, I'm happy with the cash that I have. I can survive many years. But regarding, I still hold a big stack of crypto, and I'm taking the hits, legends. I'm taking the hit. But we've been here before, guys. This is a walk in the park, just with dodging a few bullets, right? It might be a little bit dangerous. It might be a dangerous park in the Bronx, but it's still a walk in the park, right? But we still have a few baddies around. We're getting a few knives thrown to us and a few bullets. Let me know right away. Did you sell most of your crypto? 31% of people saying yes. Okay, we got no's. We got a lot of no's here. Let's make sure to get your votes in here, guys. Have you sold most of your crypto? I've said no. I've sold a bit of Bitcoin, and I've done a few altcoin flips that you've known on the channel, which was Constellation DAG, 𝗬𝗨 Network, PRQ. Managed to get some quick gains, guys. My goodness, from the spot. We had to be quick and ferocious. When we take a look at Constellation DAG, man, yeah, this is what we had, you know. Buying zone, guys, TP zone, I sold 50% exactly as soon as we hit the highs here. And I was saying, come on, this is the crypto bull run, right? But luckily I did sell. I mean, and these were quick, you know, 20, 30, 50K flips. The most that I did put in was 𝗬𝗨 Network. I mean, I did almost 100K profit on this one. Because I did put $25,000 down here, and it did a quick 5-6x, and I didn't even manage to sell beneath here. I was selling above. I'm like, right, I'm taking profits, guys, because this is the target zone, and it did manage to do a 4-5x. Yeah, a good, very good price entry zone, but my goodness, you know, the rest of the bags, I've held them to entry price. 10-11 cents was our entry here on 𝗬𝗨 Network. Absolutely crazy. We got the pump and dump, guys, on a lot of the altcoins. A lot of the altcoins. Break even on this one. Well, not break even, because I did sell, you know, over 50% on this movement up. But yeah, the rest of the bag, the moon bag that we were holding, very, very bad. Very bad. PRQ managed to scratch as well. Only a dozen, guys. Not only a dozen. Only a few, not even a dozen. Only a few that I remember that I managed to make profit. My goodness, this one's in the red. Yeah, this is bad. Only a few of them. This was the target. Buying zone. This did just over a 3x. Very bad, guys. Very, very bad. And of course, we have Cadena. I've hold my Cadena to a loss, guys. To a loss. And this is, you know what? Yeah. Failed. This was a failed bull run, guys. Woo. We were just a few cents and hitting take profit here. This was the TP zone. Get out. 50% out from what we bought down here. Yep. I mean, at least we ain't too down from current price levels. What can we say? Devastating, guys. I don't know how these different altcoin channels are gonna. I do follow a few. I'm not gonna name anybody, but the ones that I've been buying about 2025 bull run, guys. 2025 bull run. I'm buying this. I'm buying that. You know, the big projects. Buy. You know, they don't have good technical analysis skills. And they've just been talking about this is going to be an epic bull run of 2025. Just buy this, just buy that. Here on the channel, we were buying at major consolidations, at major lows, understanding the charts. You know, good buying levels, right? Whether a price that, you know, performs or not, well, some of them did not, right? We're coming back down, but this is on most of the altcoins. But what about the ones that have been bullish throughout November, December, and just say buy? Your last chance to buy before major altcoin season, right? What about all of these channels that are mainly focused on buying crypto? Buy this, buy that. Real world assets, AI coins, 2025 bull run is going to be epic. Just buy. You're going to make gains. They've been buying at the wrong levels. They've been buying the pumps of November and part of December, and they are extremely wrecked right now. I'm not wrecked. I'm just down on a few coins. Managed to profit on a few altcoin spots, but a lot of them are in the red, guys. We're not going to lie. It is true, right? It's inevitable to say I've made a lot of money with altcoins. It's not true. But we've been very careful where to buy, you know. A lot of these different large influencer channels that are mainly focused on altcoins and the epic 2025 bull run with real world assets and AI coins and rest of the other, they haven't given you any good entry zones, in my opinion. Anyway, we ain't here to it's just be careful, guys. Be careful, right? I know a lot of people are extremely wrecked on altcoins, the ones that bought where they shouldn't have bought. We need a trade, guys. We need to trade Bitcoin, which is the largest liquidity asset, right, in crypto. And we need to focus on scratching dollars off the market with good, responsible trading, right? There's no more to it. Go back to the roots, guys. Go back to my roots, which is pure Bitcoin trading and technical analysis, right? Then money made out of that. Yeah, I throw money into Bitcoin and into altcoins, right? I might have put some money in the bank, right? Buy a car, whatever, you know, accumulate more cash. Then with the gains, you do whatever you want. But Bitcoin trading, ultimately, if you're depending on your altcoin portfolio to make gains, you know, it's not this cycle anyway, right? Unless you sold. 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗫, we need a confirmed reversal before considering any altcoin dip. Very true, my brother. Very true. If you don't know who 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗫 is, go and check him out, guys. He's here in the comment section. If you do not know, he's been shorting so many different altcoins that have been launched the last couple of months. Go and check him out, guys. He is in the comment section right now. 𝗬𝗍𝘶𝗿𝗫. Shout out to you, brother. He's been actually, you know, his content is great. And he's had very successful. He's shorted one of the latest one, Ronaldinho coin, which is *10. And I don't know. The gains that he made was insane. Any meme coin that is launched, right, throughout different platforms, such as Weeks as well. Weeks is a very good example here because they do launch very quickly new coins. And they're just getting, you know, every single influencer, celebrity coin. I don't know, you know, these different coins that are launched, meme coins from different celebrities. They're just getting launched to the market to short. And he's been talking about this the last few weeks very successfully. Go and check him out, guys. CBM, 𝗬𝗍𝘶𝗿𝗫. He's in the comment section, guys. Go and give him a support. Let's see if you do like his content. His content is absolutely epic. Check out the comment section, guys. You do have his link right over there. Okay. So you can check out his channel. Let's go. You're very welcome, my man. Yeah, this is the thing. He must be making S loads. He's been showing me a few shorts. He has shorted a few different coins that have been launched. So yeah. Your traders will send BTC to $300. Yeah, we're printing on all of these shorts. Yeah, this is the thing, guys. It's shorting the market, really, on especially new meme coins that are launching. Andy, I can harvest a loss and buy back in at lower cost basis. 80K BTC, says Timothy. Getting a little bit of a bounce at the moment. Nothing too major. Nothing too major. This is going to be looking interesting, guys. Maybe this was... Yeah, this is looking interesting. I would be very skeptical for this to be the wave 4 and this the wave 5. Very, very skeptical. It's been very quick. Very, very quick. I would expect maybe a flat could be an option. Maybe a flat would be an option here, guys. Okay. This is looking very, very good for a flat. Okay. Wave 4s are usually more shallow. Okay. Wave 2s are very, very steep. Wave 4s are very shallow. I wouldn't consider this bounce the 4th and 5th. I would consider a flat movement here. So this is going to be looking interesting. The 382 Fibonacci from the high to the low. Resistance, support resistance flip at the 382 Fib. For your expanding flat, it is an option for a short position. We need a little bit of a bounce for a short. So let's see if we do get that bounce to the 1.618 extension of this possible ABC flat. Then we're talking, guys. Then that could be an option. 1.61 extension. Woo. This could be the zone. Support resistance flip. ABC flat extension to complete your 4th wave to then roll down in your 5th wave. This would be definitely an option right now for all of those aggressive scalp day traders. It would be the best option in this zone. Stop loss would have to be above this pivot. That's your wave 1. You are looking for that support resistance flip. That's an option that I would be looking at without a doubt. Let's see if we do get that movement. This would be the box area of interest. Let's go through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. We're getting some people leaving the stream. How many likes do we have, guys? Let's get to 500 likes right away, and I'll be back in a jiffy. As soon as we get 500 likes, guys, and I'll go through the comment section, all right? And we will take a look at some other stuff. I do have some news that we can go through. if you're interested, there is some bits and bobs here that we can take into consideration. Outflows are looking very bad. The outflows are looking very bad, legends. My goodness, look at this. Ooh, people are scared, guys. The top is in. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. Look at the outflows. Oh my. We're just going to have a bit more time to buy cheaper Bitcoin. Below 80K, guys. It's DCA. It's DCA time. Let's buy Bitcoin. 75K. Let's go. 70K. We buy more. 60K. I'm not sure if we get down there, but if we do, we'll have to buy a bit of Bitcoin down at those levels. We have to, guys. It has to be a religion to buy Bitcoin down there. Let's go through comment section. We're almost hitting 500 likes. My goodness, you lazy boogers. Over 1,000 people watching. Their like button is lagging. Took my stop loss and about to bounce now. Yeah, this is the danger. We explained why this was not a great swing failure pattern level. I mean, a local double bottom here was acceptable. I hope you understand what was explained based on this bounce that you have right over here is not a great swing failure pattern. Why? Because of this wave 1, 2, 3. You're looking a little bit for a bounce here in a wave 4, take out the low, and then maybe bounce, right? So, yeah, this double bottom is good because you can consider an ABC flat here. And you can consider maybe a wave 4. Maybe this was your wave 4. And this is your wave 5. Regardless, one of the two. So a local double bottom is always a great option if you have a 3-wave move down coming into a crucial pivot low, right? Higher time frame low from today. I was going to say higher time frame. This is a 3-minute time frame. This is from today, this morning. If you move down in a 3-wave structure, let's leave it this way, right? Good explanation, guys, for any tips for your future trading, scenarios. If you have a major low and you bounce and you come down in a 3-wave move down to claim this low, and you have 3 waves here, this bounce does not become a good swing failure pattern. No. Why? Because you have a 3-wave move down. You're likely going to get a little bounce and you're going to chop the low. You're going to chop the low. This one becomes your good swing failure pattern level. This one right over here. This becomes the good one. We explained this throughout the stream as we were taking out that low, that I would prefer a bounce and then a chop to then speculate on a double bottom, right? Just because you move down in a 3-wave structure. So if we do take a look at the price action that we formed right over here, you understand that crucial pivot right there to get a 1, 2, 3. This no longer becomes a good long. The good long becomes this one here. And you still need to consider taking profits at the highs of this bounce, because this could be an ABC flat. And you are still going to come down to sweep up the lows. So anybody that is trying to long this double bottom is going to get chopped out. They're going to get chopped because they do not understand the waves and how the price does move. Right? So local double bottoms here is an option. ABC, possible short here. Preferably you do hit this level and you do hit the 382 and you hit the 1.618 extension as well, right? Which is the common target for that expanding flat. Then down, then yes, guys, this would be an interesting short. Take profit at the lows, double bottom, yes. Short, long, boom. Maybe this one could get a bigger bounce. right? So I understand that frustration. You get stopped out from your long and then the price leaves without you. You just entered too soon. You entered to be liquidity. And yeah, just a brief explanation on that. It is very important. It can't go to below zero, says Peter. Yeah, maybe not today. Andy, can you talk about weeks? Bonuses never came in. It's been over a week. How do we resolve that? Thanks. There is, you open a support ticket, but you should be getting that bonus directly. You can open a support ticket right away with your UID and explain them the situation. But I mean, you can, if you already signed up to weeks, you cannot claim. These are for new signups, okay? People that are not signed up to weeks. This is how it works. You sign up, you deposit, and that deposit, you transfer it to your futures account. Okay, not spot account. You do a transfer to futures account. In 48 to 72 hours, 2 to 3 days, you'll be getting the 50% bonus airdropped. It's a maximum of $1,000. So you deposit 2,000, you're getting 1,000. You deposit 1,000, you get 500. It takes 48 to 72 hours, and you need to transfer that deposit to your futures account. Okay. Once you sign up, you're going to see this, and you can follow the steps. Earn 50% deposit, and you know it will explain you about this deposit on your rewards hub. So you will get it, but you can open a ticket. You can join the Discord. In the Discord, we will help you out with this bonus, okay? The free Discord, you have the link down below as well, okay? But this bonus is coming in. You need to get this bonus. Anybody that's not getting the bonus, then they need to open a support ticket, right? This is not fake. It is there. It needs to be solved, all right? So, yeah, you got the second link to join weeks and get that bonus. If you have any issues, join the Discord, okay? We will try and help you out, but they should help you out with a support ticket, okay? We're not here to solve their issues, but obviously as a community member, right, a YouTube member, we want to get you that bonus eventually, right? They are the sponsor of the channel. I've been trading on weeks for many months now. It works perfect, but any bonus claims, I want them for the viewer. So only with KYC. This is the thing, right? The thing is, you know, you need to understand the bonus, because what has happened with the free bonuses that has happened with weeks, as it's just an email and a password, you can trade with just an email and a password on weeks if you wish, right? If you don't want any bonuses, you just want to trade and you don't want to do KYC, you can do so, right? For anybody that doesn't care about the bonus, I just want to trade with an email and a password, forget about the bonus. The problem is there are people creating dozens of emails and trying to claim the bonus, as they are, you know, that's why they are requiring KYC, because I can create 5 emails and sign up with 5 emails and try and claim these bonuses, right? These guys are not dumb. They will spot you. They will spot your IP and they will ask questions and they will make you KYC, because they are aware that people are creating many emails to try and claim the bonuses. This is for one email, guys. This is for one person. Do not try and trick, okay? It's simple, guys. You know, it's just don't. And they've showed me many different people that have tried to create many emails and trying to claim multiple bonuses, right? Just one person. No, guys. So they're not a scam exchange. Come on. They're not. They are not a scam exchange. They work perfectly. Okay, I've been using them for months. So, yeah. So, anyway, Weeks isn't a scam. Of course, it's not a scam, guys. Come on. Yeah. Of course, it's not a scam. Let's go right away and continue with the comment section. BT Top is in already. Congratulations to whoever got out on time, says Gaspar. This is the fun thing about Bitcoin right now. You know, the amount of bearishness that there is right now. I mean, I did sell a little bit at 90K and 100K, but people will be surprised on what the price could do in the next coming weeks. This is still looking corrective, guys. There's no major capitulation. Could a capitulation happen as we are at the lows here? It's still looking corrective, I have to say. We are ready at certain levels, right? But I understand how we believe that, you know, the top could be in, and it's as simple as doing this. It's simple as doing this, right? We've had a complete 5-wave move to the upside. The question is, do we have enough room to stretch our legs with a 1 more wave up to complete our 5th wave? But this is, you know, it's crystal clear that we have the possible completion on a higher time frame of a 5-wave impulsive move up, right? It's you know, it's you can see it here throughout the last 2 years. It's very, very complete. It's been an epic bull run. I thought that $100,000 was not going to happen a few years ago, and here we are, right? The last few months at 100K range. So a lot of people are interested in getting out at this zone, without a doubt, right? We did talk about this. 100K is going to be a tough nut to crack. People are going to sell Bitcoin at $100,000. Anyway, legends, I'm going to wrap it up. You know the scenarios. Check out the first hour of the stream. We go through the different scenarios and what could happen. I don't think, you know, we're going to capitulate down to 60K or any of that, right? This is still looking pretty corrective. We got a few chops to the downside. We've got several scenarios, levels, and trading setups to take into consideration. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll be back with more tomorrow.